Ladies and gentlemonkeys, what's up? It's been a while. Did you miss me? I missed you. Many of y'all may not know this by looking at me, but I was low-key a hooper growing up. So much so that I was even ranked in state until I got older. Though now I make TikToks. I'm in school. I'm a full-time employee. Fuck. Also in sixth grade, I was 6'2". I was literally the same height that I am now, and so they taught me to play center because they thought I was gonna be like a big ass motherfucker growing up, and I just had to watch everybody outgrow me and shit. But that's not the point, okay? Point is, there was a time where I was a productive, well-mannered individual. And our 8th grade manager slash helper was this kid who had autism. And our coach one day had us do suicides with a partner. And if you don't know what those are, you're basically just running and have to touch all the lines and make it back before a certain time. And whoever made it back last from the pair had to run it again by themselves. And me, yet I was the slowest fucking player on the team. Even though I was pretty solid, I was very slow. Like, you probably could have put a turtle there and it would have made it back before me. And so I had this tremendous idea to not accept my fate. I knew that chances were whoever I partnered with was gonna dust my ass and I was gonna be running that shit twice. And so I asked the manager, the helper with autism, if he wanted to be my partner. And you should have seen the look on bro's face. It was like watching a girl get proposed to on Love Island. You could tell bro was waiting his whole life to participate in one of the team's drills. And it's our turn up to the line, and coach sees who I'm paired with, and he asks me, whoa, Amir, did you ask so-and-so to be your partner? And at that moment, I thought I was cooked. I thought he was gonna whoop my ass. Instead, he was about proud as hell. He ends up talking about how inclusive that was of me and what a leader I was for thinking to get everybody involved. Even the whole team thought I was cold as fuck for that because back then in my day, 8th graders didn't vape under the desk. They thought shit like helping people was cool. And to top it off, our coach was my gym teacher that year. So the next day in school, he ended up giving me like a standing ovation to the class and explaining what I did. Even my first ever crush thought that shit was cool. It was actually my second crush. My first crush was in 6th grade. It was this chick who actually didn't even speak English. She used to laugh at my jokes without even understanding what I was saying, and I thought that shit was attractive as. Moral of the story is sometimes you do things one way, and they end up, and it ends up I actually don't know where I was going with that. I just had that written. I just didn't know another story to start off the video with. But I joined this cult that you probably never heard of. It's called Adidam, and they only have about 12 official centers around the world, and only about half of them are in the US. And it wasn't until I was stuck in traffic one day, driving over to my university bookstore, yelling and cursing at every car on the road for doing the same exact thing that I'm doing, that I noticed a building next to me that seemed oddly peculiar. And it looked like some sort of theatrical temple. It never had anybody in it or near it, not a light on, nothing. And when I search it online, it's a bookstore. But the day and era we live in, everything's controlled by APAC. So I used my two most valuable and reliable sources, Reddit and Quora. I might as well have threw 4chan in the mix. And then I found out that Adidam is actually another one of those small niche spiritual religious movement. The building is what's called an ashram, created off the tribute and practices of Avatar Adi Da Samraj, who used to be a New Yorker going by the name Franklin Jones, who had what some believed was such a big spiritual realization that he held a source of divinity that nobody could ever compare to. Now, Adida was the revelation of an ultimate reality, and his practices and teachings were so morally and ethically symbolic to a new spiritual realm that he made hundreds of books, movies, pieces of artworks, forms of meditation and chanting to ensure that others could follow him to his nirvana and his step of divinity. One of the most interesting points of Adidam to me is that in a way they're anti-religion, but not in a manner of power. Instead, in the belief that most religions are outdated and incomplete, and almost all of them do house certain truths and beliefs that are correct, but don't tell the full story of why we as humans may feel incomplete and unhappy at times. But where that starts to lose touch is him, because he is the missing answer. Adidam is the factor of that. Avatar Adida is the embodiment of that spiritual awakening that we all are looking for in life. Enlightenment is just a realization, and you can reach it while being fully alive and engaged. But of course, it's not as easy as 1, 2, 3, because then we'd all possess the powers of Avatar Adida. There's something that we as humans desire most, and that is our preliminary ego, which we come closest to when upgrading to the next stage of spiritual development. Then the next one, then the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next. But as mentioned, the only way you could advance is through paying your devotion to Avatar Adida, and you're doing that in new ways every stage. After all, progress is not something that should be self-declared. It's recognized by the community and through its teachers. Every single label in life that involves a status, work, relationships, health, sexuality, behavior, comes down to what is Avatar Adi Da's stance on this. And you may not believe it, and that's fine, but that just means that's your truth. But your truth is not the truth. The truth is Avatar Adi Da's truth. To make things feel even more bizarre, members of this cult don't just live everyday lives like we do. Most of the time, they live on their own oasis with each other and are always going on retreats to different locations, house more members of Adidam. I'm not gonna keep yapping too much. Is this extreme? Yes. But is it destructive? Maybe not. Not as much as some other groups, cults, or religious movements at least. It's honestly just the controversies that come with Adida and the fact that everyone who believes in his teachings make him their whole personality. Come and see for yourself.
He's my fellow arrived to the establishment.
How we doing?
Hello.
How are ya?
Are you good?
The yogic path is like a vertical path. It's leading up, and there is the heavens that we don't. I don't know. I mean, you brought up the flat Earth. I didn't bring that up, so I don't know if I want to go there. Are you a flat Earther?
No,
I didn't think so.
No,
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
What's wrong? Pleasure to meet ya.
And you?
I'm Smith.
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 Nice to meet you, sir.
You said Nate?
How are ya?
Good, Tim.
I'm Smith.
I was
Oh, you're Smith. You're Nate. Smith.
Nate Smith. Together we're Nate Smith.
Are you guys ready?
Yeah.
You're our.
Well, we're waiting for Amir, right?
Oh, Amir's coming too.
Oh yeah.
Did Amir cancel? Let me call him.
Right off the bat, we already almost fucked up because that was my boy Nathan and he accidentally almost gave him my real name. We were able to play it off. But what was really concerning was the fact that this was supposed to have much more people than just us two. The attendance ended up being solely us and the few people that live on the Chicago Oasis of their end. That bookstore that they live in is their source of income and it's somehow only open for like 6 hours a week. And so I thought there was about to be like much more people or some shit at that.
Wait, what did we just say about Amir?
What?
Did he forget his little shit at home?
Did he I didn't check my phone. I don't know if Amir canceled. Do we have anybody else attending the meditation?
Well, there's gonna be some of us.
Could be about, I don't know, maybe about half a dozen of us.
What time is that at?
It's
Right
right
now.
now.
Oh, all right.
10 minutes late.
Oh, I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
So it's already begun.
I was caught in
Well,
traffic.
no, we're
Oh, we
kind
got an
of.
hour. We're good.
Alrighty. Let's do it.
This is the warm up.
Sounds good.
We're in sacred
Apologies.
space.
Yes, sir.
We'll take our shoes off. Is that okay?
Yes, of course.
We got our
Over
shoes.
here.
Come on.
Over here.
I hope you could pardon my stinky socks.
That's all right. No problem.
We're used to that.
Oh, must I take the hat off, sir?
Well, you could leave it on.
All right, perfect.
Amir, is Amir coming?
I don't. You said Amir canceled, right?
No, Amir's gonna be pulling up late.
Oh, all right.
Okay, so yeah, keep it open.
Tell- Holy shit.
All right, you ready?
Yes, sir. These rooms are kind of like trippy. Like if I was on shrooms, I wouldn't want to come here. Or I would want to come here.
We just got that new piece, so.
What would you call a building like this? A church, a temple,
Ashram.
ashram? All right.
Yeah.
Did you know Avatar Adidam personally?
Yeah,
Yeah. Was he a great gentleman?
he was amazing.
All right. Boy, oh boy, this is quite the scenery. Can you run me through like what chanting would look like?
Well, it's very simple. She's going to explain the words of what the chanting is. But as you would imagine, chanting's been going on ever since there have been human beings. And song, and dance and all.
My mother chants at me a lot.
Oh,
She
yeah?
tells me, she's like, you fat fuck, every morning I wake up. And so I realized like meditation was a way I could cope with it.
Well, this chanting is actually,
I'm the very same way. Thank you for sharing that.
chanting is universal. And there's 4 words that are going to be used. And 3 of the words are Sanskrit and 1 of the words is English. It's called call and response. I'll chant a phrase, and then when you feel like you feel comfortable, relaxed enough, you just repeat the phrase. And there's going to be drums, so there'll be a little, rhythm associated with it. We're all going to do it together.
Right.
So the 4 words are Om. Om is a seed. Is considered a seed sound,
Okay.
and Om is the origin of the word Amen.
Okay.
And so it's an ancient sound.
Yeah, Omen, that's my boy.
Yeah, right, it's an ancient sound.
You're supposed to pull up on that.
Off topic, but Omen is Tony Balsakovich from my other videos. And I'm finally gonna get to see my little dread-headed lover again in a few weeks because we have a video to shoot in New York, so hooray!
It refers to, it's just a primordial sound referring to completion or the divine.
Yeah.
And the next word is Bhagavan. Bhagavan is,
Does that come from like Romanian, by the way?
does it come from what?
Bhagavan?
Bhagavan?
I believe it comes from North Sentinel Island. It's that.
Bhagavan is a Sanskrit.
Was born in California. I lived in California until about a month ago. I moved to Lincoln Park now.
Oh, cool.
We just moved from Los Angeles too about a year ago.
Really? All of you?
Phil's and
Yeah, we moved from LA.
Okay, amazing. What made you guys want to move from LA?
to help take care of this beautiful.
All right, is there a big...
There's like a bigger group, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Yeah, yeah.
The group
Like
is
LA.
a group of us who live here.
Okay.
What's that? In LA too?
In like LA mostly?
No, in Northern California and all around the world.
It's been almost 20 years since Adi Da has passed in 2008, and since then their numbers have shrunk from a population of 30K to literally only about 1,000.
All right, so you guys, you are ready?
We're ready.
Ready, Freddy?
If it's too much for you, just let us know. We can.
All right.
Om Bhagavan, Om Bhagavan, Om
Bhagavan. Allahu Akbar.
Awareness is more fundamental than body, more fundamental than emotion, more fundamental than mind. We are consciousness itself.
I'm curious to look around the building. Why does that gotta look like a Tony Balsakovich?
So I could even sit still for a second. You saw me, right?
The architecture is wonderful here.
Isn't it?
Can we get like a backstory on the paintings, maybe?
This is all image art created by Adidam.
All of this was created by Adi Da.
Uh-huh. It was
Okay.
created by him.
So he was an artist.
Avatar right here.
Yeah, the real avatar.
Like I said earlier, what made Avatar Adi Da so reachable to his people is that he was like a man of many traits to them. If Adi Da was alive today, there would probably be a meme coin in his name, or dare I say, an NFT even. Motherfucker would literally be doing rug pulls bigger than the Hawk Tuah show. They're so obsessed with him that all Adidam ashrams have exhibits for his paintings, exhibits for his books, for his movies, and as you saw, the rooms where we chant and do meditation are full of his pictures and even some baby photos. There's more Adidam merch in this facility probably than there is crosses in the church.
And so he developed a way to, like in this picture, for example, this image, he developed a way to take multiple exposures in the camera. And nobody could figure out how he did it. But then, for example, that image
All right.
was actually a whole bunch of images that he took that he then figured to look like that.
All right.
No,
Oh,
no
no,
pictures.
All right.
No, you can go on the website.
Of course.
Okay? No pictures, please. This picture of the nude over here, he took underwater.
All right.
Yeah. What he says about his art is that you get to know get to know the art and let the art get to know you.
Yeah.
So you could just, anytime you ever want to come and just sit in here
Amazing.
and contemplate, it's amazing.
If you don't mind me asking, did you know Avatar Adi Da personally?
Yes. I
Did
did.
like everybody here know him personally?
Everybody who lives here knew him when he was alive in the body.
You guys live here?
Yeah.
Lives here as in this building?
Yeah, we live upstairs.
Oh, all right.
Yeah,
How-
isn't that cool?
How do you guys like enjoy that? Does that ever get frustrating?
You know?
Yeah, I think it's frustrating sometimes, but we enjoy it, or we wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I tell people.
Did you enjoy the chanting?
We did. We enjoyed it. It was very soothing, I feel like.
Yeah, good. I felt like after the first reading, everything just got really quiet. And then,
Yeah.
you know?
This world is very fast paced and we get caught up in having to go to the next thing every day.
Tell me about it.
And so just taking a second to let that sink in and do
Right.
sort of nothing in your
Yeah,
mind is kind
exactly.
of fulfilling, yeah.
Yeah.
You guys ever feel like maybe you're living in a whole different world living here than anything
Yeah.
outside, if that makes sense?
This is an oasis.
Like how did you know that this was the path for you?
Well, everybody has to find it out for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You have to find out, because, like, there was one part of
Well, he just asked you, how do you do it?
reading, how did I do it? Well, I didn't know I was looking for anybody. I just knew that I was miserable.
What makes you say that? To be miserable, I feel
Just
like
miserable in my life.
you have to have a lot of
Frustrated.
things, clashing down at once to
Yeah,
consider
sure.
yourself miserable.
I just kind of started realizing I was miserable.
And so, like, what exactly struck this path? Did you stumble across somebody who knew Avatar Adi Da or himself exactly?
Well, what happened for me was that I didn't exactly know that I was looking for anybody.
Yeah.
But then I saw a video of him, and he has this incredible sense of humor. And I always felt when I was growing up that humor is what kept me
Yeah,
sane.
definitely.
You know, just the humor of life. But he told this story about his Uncle Gene, and I realized that he wasn't laughing at him.
Yeah.
He was just laughing about the human condition. And I thought, oh, this is very interesting, because he wasn't laughing at someone else's expense. He was laughing just to laugh and be humorous about life. And so that was very attractive to me.
Right.
So then I started reading his word, and then I was just checking him out, and it took a while.
Yeah.
It's not usually something that happens like that, but sometimes it could, but it didn't for me. One of the things I appreciated, and still do appreciate about him, is that he says you should never believe anything.
Okay.
Anything. You don't believe anything because somebody tells you to believe it. You find it out for yourself.
What is Avatar Adi Da's like take on religion? Would you consider this like a religion of its own, or?
He sometimes calls it true religion.
Okay.
And you can see the major religions of the world, like Christians, Jews, and Muslims.
Yeah.
Those are the world religions, and you
Yeah.
can see what's happening in the world.
And it's also cultures, you know.
Well, see, it's right.
It's
Religion,
very cultural.
the truth of those teachers, Jesus, Mohammed, and whoever the Indian teachers might be, and so forth. They had a truth that people responded to.
Yeah.
Then it became socialized,
Yeah.
and cultures, kind of took over the message and made it a.
I'm gonna be completely honest, like full transparency, as long as religion makes you a better person, I'm all for it, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
sure.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. But you gotta find out for yourself what's real for you. Like, like, in the reading about reality itself. Well, what is reality itself?
Did Avatar Adi Da experience any controversies himself? Because I feel like when you gain a group of people that listen to you, it gets kind of, I don't want to say it, but culty. Like, do you feel like maybe he kind of stepped that path over?
He certainly did. He was always, at one point in one talk he said, I would rather go to my death than tell you an untruth. You don't just swallow what he says. You find out, well, is what he's saying true?
Right.
I've been a student of his for over 40 years.
Okay, and when you say student of his, did he have a school, or as in just someone who followed his path?
I mean, there's a Sanskrit word that's devotee.
All right.
I'm devoted to him.
Yeah.
As my spiritual teacher.
Okay.
Yeah, so student, devotee, but it's the absolute best thing that's ever happened to me. The best.
Okay.
And it's not easy because, anything that's worth doing is not easy.
Yeah.
It's just not
Amazing.
easy. So what made you move out here?
Work. Just work. Work and school. I'm hoping to pursue more school, potentially at Northwestern.
What kind of work do you do?
I do maintenance. I do building maintenance.
Oh, well, this place needs a lot of maintenance.
Yeah. That's lovely. What makes them stay here for a week or a month?
Well, we have retreats going on.
So, do you guys travel constantly for retreats, or is this?
Sometimes we have an island in Fiji.
Okay.
Pacific.
Dedicated to Avatar Adi?
Yeah.
All right, wow.
The last time we heard people gather in an island for ritual and worship, it didn't go too well. Let me explain a little further on this. But first, I gotta plug some shit real quick. If you've kept up with my shit at all, I'm relatively new to YouTube, but I took all my earnings from my last few videos, I put it into a charity that I created, and took the profits to a family in Palestine as well as an Albanian charity called Hope in Action. Being of Albanian background is some shit I clearly hold near and dear to myself, and it's my way of kind of taking you guys' kindness and mixing it with mine. Though this time instead, I started a clothing brand that is more applicable to everyone than just flags. The twist is, I'm not done finalizing it at all though, so if you're watching this video, you get an early head start. The website and shit aren't done, but I got it linked down in the description. Because the website's not public yet, you could only access it through the link down in the description. And for that, I'm making a promo code. 15% off your whole order if you use first15 as the code. And you also get buy one get one half off on every single item. I got demonetized on TikTok. I make pretty much no money off my content every time I travel and do this shit for the love of the game, and I still wouldn't have it any other way, and that's why we're running charities like these. So if you want to help out, show love, and rep what you love, check out some of the stuff I made. Quality shirts, sweaters, jackets, and even these kind of hats that I handmade. You can be the first to rock them. As mentioned, the Adidam movement has their own island. And no, it's not no Love Island or Epstein shit. At least, I don't think so. A private island called Naituba, however the fuck you pronounce it. Located in Fiji and served as the groundwork for Adi Da, where he lived since 1983. The Adidam community over there is fully self-sustaining and uses it as means to connect to Avatar Adi Da even closer. And for that, they have retreats there, meditate, chant, lay low. And the hope with being a part of Adi Da is that within supposedly a year or two, you can get that invite to go.
Whole island. I go there on retreat. It's very powerful.
Really? No, that must be beautiful. And what do you guys do over in those retreats?
Oh, meditation, chanting, things like that. It's very, very quiet.
Yeah.
But participate in consciousness.
Yeah. So are these all of Avatar Adi Da's books?
A lot of them. Some of them are about him.
So did you grow up with a religion?
No.
No.
I grew up looking at religions. I was very fascinated by them. Albania typically isn't really a religious country. Communism kind of took that away. Yeah.
Squash that.
Yeah.
It can work. Communism has its potential. It could be great if you were, especially if you live a life of contemplation.
Interesting.
Everybody kind of taking care of each other. And
I guess I can't be too surprised at him saying this, considering these were some of the logos throughout the building. Looks familiar.
Now, to be quite transparent on the topic of corrupt leaders, I heard Avatar Adi Da had a lot of controversy belonging to him. Like, watch a little documentary on his practices, and I know he had a lot of allegations of abusing women. Would you say, like, what would you guys' like take be on that with him?
Abusing women.
As in for sex?
I would say we knew everybody. We know everybody in the community.
Who was involved at that time.
Yeah, and I would say that.
Because looking back, as I was watching the documentary,
I have to hear exactly. And I've never heard of anybody saying they were abused sexually by him.
mm-hmm.
I've heard of that. He has a whole. He has an open letter. He says, "I am not withdrawn in the Eastern manner. I can join myself with this Franklin body here in order to conform to the West, so that I could teach in the West." So, for one of the reasons that I was attracted to him is because he knew about sex, taught us about how to make sexuality a part of life that's sacred. He talked about money, and he talked about food, diet, and energy. So that's what attracted me. I didn't really. He says he wasn't a lily white pastor. In the 70s, people were all about drugs, sex, and rock and roll, and that's what people were interested in. Experience. So he was trying to. He was helping everybody and considering with everybody. Everybody was a volunteer. Nobody was taken advantage of in that sense, and so everybody was a volunteer, and this is what they wanted, and so he kind of submitted to us to teach us. I think it's one of his greatest assets that he's not this lily white pastor, but he actually can help us.
Sex negative, not body negative.
There's no good way for me to put into words the allegations that Adi Da had. It's kind of something you'd have to look into on your own, especially because I don't want to get sued if I say the wrong thing. Sticking to what's facts only, this guy has been accused of basically everything your typical cult leader would be accused of, from things like sexual abuse to emotional abuse. And it wasn't just once, it was multiple times, and each case has been settled either privately or with no evidence or lack of evidence. Honestly, from what I could tell, the individuals in this clip did a good job of answering the question to the best of their ability. It is obviously a pretty tough question. I still wouldn't seem too confident in what I'm being told, because clearly they believe so much in Adi Da that I feel like they'd honestly even be in denial if they knew the truth behind it was otherwise. The reoccurring theme is that every single person describes their attraction to him. Quote, that they are attracted to him. And although attraction doesn't always mean something romantic, this guy's known for having slept with so many women that he caused a sexually transmitted disease outage within his own group. Allegedly, of course, but I ain't saying Adi Da folks like to get freaky, but clearly they're under his spell in one way or another.
I know a lot of women who were around him during that time, including in his autobiography, his first wife, Nina Davis. She's a really good friend of mine. And I have never, ever heard of anyone say that he ever forced them to do anything.
Okay.
Women were just totally attracted to him. And he was into serving them in whatever way that was. If that meant having sex with them, then that's what it meant. And
so was he a polygamist?
not exactly.
You say his first wife, was that a result
of... What I
of...
mean by that was actually he never married anyone else besides her.
Okay.
But he has 3 children from different women.
Okay.
And so you could maybe say that, but he wasn't a polygamist. That's true.
So what was like his take on sex? Like, you say women wanted to have sex with him. Like what sparked that, would you say?
Because he was incredibly attractive.
All right.
Like really attractive.
Not physically. But
Not so much that he was a good-looking man, like in the way like a movie star.
Yeah, like...
It was more that he was just so extremely attractive.
Mm-hmm.
You just wanted to be around him all the time. And men wanted to be around him all the time. And he said, he was never wired toward men.
Mm-hmm.
And he said one time, he said, I love my male devotees the same as I am, but I'm not attracted to them the same way. There's a lot of bullshit out there.
Yeah.
There really is. And I remember having this conversation with this woman one time, and she said, well, I heard that there are women who gave him blowjobs.
Mm-hmm.
And I said to her, well, do you have a problem with blowjobs? And she said, yeah. So it was about her.
Yeah.
It wasn't about me, and it wasn't about him. It was about her. And so she was projecting all this bullshit, basically. That's what egos do, right?
Yep.
When you don't understand something or you're afraid of something, you know. And everybody's got some issues about sex. Everybody.
All right.
So that's his final wisdom on sexuality.
So you could just be Smith.
D.
D. Smith. That sounds good.
Smith. Yes, ma'am. See my new number.
So what's easier for you? Is texting or emailing?
Texting for sure.
Okay.
Or even emailing is not a problem. Just no mailing.
No mailing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will not open my mail. I'd throw that away.
Okay.
I hate the IRS.
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's great you brought your friend along too.
Yeah, he seems to be caught up in that conversation over there. He must be having a good time as well.
I think he is. Seems like it, yeah.
God bless you.
Thank you. It is one of the biggest watches I've ever seen.
Yeah, I like it big. As mentioned earlier, I like it big, just like my woman.
Let me see if I can read your handwriting.
Probably not. My handwriting is awful.
D. Smith, 313-295-2841, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Whoa. Yeah, what is your email?
Here, let me rewrite that for you. The table is a little raggedy. I'll put it above.
Thank you.
Yep.
See, what'll happen is I'll give it to the person who's gonna do the data entry, and they're like, what?
You guys have like a
What is this?
database?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of Scientology?
Yeah, of course.
What do you know about Scientology?
Of course.
What do I know about
I had a friend who in
Scientology?
LA who was a big part of it. I went to their center.
I was never attracted to it.
Yeah. What was you guys' takes on that?
It's just people trying to make sense out of life,
My
basically.
friend,
Yeah.
my friend really got out a lot of it. She
She did.
lived in England. She came to live over here to
All right.
participate in Hollywood
Yeah.
Scientology.
Yeah.
I used to be a part of Scientology, and so that bailing list kind of gives me a little bit of PTSD. So.
Last
How long were
subby
you-
225.
How
That
far
is-
did you get in Scientology?
OT3. I went all the way up to OT3.
Okay, so now we're starting to meet the real Smith. Said, oh yeah, I went to a meditation class in college.
Yeah,
So what was it that attracted you to Scientology?
Well, looking back, I don't know myself either. Definitely not something I would do again or nor recommend. So
You wouldn't recommend it, really?
I would not recommend it at all.
Really? Why you felt it was negative?
I think Scientology is a cult, definitely as culty as it gets. So, I would not Again, I think, like you said, even for people in cults, that's not to say Scientology won't work for everybody.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, we're all just living beings on this earth. We're trying to gain peace
Yeah.
the same way everyone else is. And
Right.
for me to sit here and say everybody or somebody is wrong, somebody
Right.
isn't.
Right.
In my eyes, as long as it's not hurting people, I can't deem it a problem. But I think the higher ups in Scientology, like the higher OTs, like OTA, OT13, and many people I've met and had conversations with do use their power for wrong. So I don't. But like you said, I'm sure that friend of yours probably was just an ordinary individual who finds Scientology helped her, and so who am I to say that that wouldn't work for her? You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's pretty balanced. She's good. She's an
Yeah.
artist and totally.
I think it helped her a lot,
Yeah, I
actually.
think she was a good person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she is a good person. And I really liked her, and she would invite.
How did you know her? Do you guys like? Does everybody in this community like know the same people? Or-
No,
Oh,
no.
We've
she
been a
was-
couple.
Yeah,
for
we've been together
30
for
years
a
now.
long time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Amazing. You guys are a couple?
yeah.
Oh, nice.
30 years since I
30
was-
years? Really? He was just a child.
Really?
27.
All right, nice.
He was just a baby.
Yeah. Were you the cougar?
I guess so. I showed my dad a picture of him when we first got together, and he looked at the picture.
I just look young too.
And he looked at me and he said, "Where did you find him? In the schoolyard?"
Oh my God, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
Oh boy, that's Diddy.
He did it.
Adidam did a lot of Scientology.
He did Scientology? Amazing. Wow, what? How do you guys know he did Scientology? Like what?
If you read his autobiography.
Okay,
he talks
wow.
about that.
So did he know L. Ron Hubbard, the creator of Scientology? Okay. How?
He was just a student who studied it.
All right, interesting. How did he find Scientology?
He's in New York.
He was in
I
New
mean,
York. He was looking around.
Yeah.
I don't find Scientology much about spiritual matters. It's more about self-improvement.
What do you call yourself practicing Adi Da's practices? Like, what would that be?
Well, I told you I was a student or a devotee.
You wouldn't say there's a religion that belongs to this or anything?
No, I would say it was a spiritual way.
Okay. So would you say
Practice.
you could be like Christian, Jewish, or Muslim and still be a part of what you guys have going on here?
Up to a certain point, yeah, sure.
Where's that breaking point?
When you take a vow to be a student.
Well, I guess I can knock that mysterious building on my way to work off my bucket list now. Something about filming this video in particular made me feel like I was stepping into a new era of time. I mean, it's been like 20 years since bro died. 20 years is honestly a long time for a movement that one man formed. And so for it to still be around in one way or another, even if it's not necessarily thriving, is quite interesting. I've yapped up enough wacky shit this video. It's 2 a.m. I got work in 3 hours. The rest is up to you and your imagination.